welcome to the Miss Strawberry Makes podcast. This is a crafty podcast about knitting, crocheting, sewing, and any other crafty shenanigans I get up to. I'm Michelle. You can find me on Instagram as Miss Strawberry Shortgirl, Ravelry as Miss Michelle Bell. We have a Ravelry group for this podcast called The Strawberry Patch. And the show notes for this podcast will be on my blog, The Strawberry Cottage Journal. Link for that below this video. Okay, I think I got all that. Well, this is episode 8, and welcome to it. I've got a couple finished objects to show you guys. I've got one work in progress. I've got some fun things to show you guys that I've added to my stash and things, and at the end I do have a giveaway finally for you guys. So yes. Okay, episode 8. I haven't thought of a title for this one yet. Guess I'll have to think of it later. Okay. I'm looking at my notes. That's why I'm not looking at you. I don't even know how many tries I've tried to start this podcast. I actually had recorded the whole thing, and then I didn't like it. I felt like I was too anxious feeling during it and stuff, so I actually deleted it, and I'm starting afresh. So, okay, maybe I've had too much caffeine today, or I don't know what. Maybe it's because it's been a few weeks since I've made a podcast, but here we go. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to make you guys wait till the end for the giveaway, so hang on for that. Let's start off with a finished object. This is my sprinkle sweater. It's finished, and I love it. I'll model it for you guys real quick. It's got the flounce at the bottom and on the sleeves. It's really cozy and warm, and I love it. It is just acrylic yarn. It is Lion Brand Yarn's Ice Cream Sprinkles in Rainbow. I love the name of that yarn, Ice Cream, and then Sprinkles is, because it looks like sprinkles. I think it's discontinued because, as I said last time, I got it on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So yes, the pattern I used is Debbie Bliss frill-edged top from the Celebrating Family booklet. Okay, anything detail-wise that you need to know about that, you can find on the project page I made for this on Ravelry. I'm trying to think, how much yarn did I use? Because I don't think I wrote that on there. I think I used 2 whole 100-gram skeins and at least most of a third. Yeah, so this sweater only cost me like under $10 to make. That's pretty good. I mean, it's acrylic, but still, it's really soft since it's a baby yarn. And it's so easy to wash. Just wash it in the washer, not hand wash. Okay, the only problem I had after it was finished, I blocked it and the edges kept rolling up. I thought blocking it would take care of it, but it didn't. I actually ended up having to press it with a damp cloth, and that really helped. It's starting to roll just a little bit in the front here. Maybe I didn't steam it quite good enough, so I'll do that part over again, but other than that, it is really laying nicely now. I'm really happy with it. If you remember last time, I said how it was pooling color a little bit on the top here, and I didn't go back and fix it. I just left it, because I feel like the distribution of color to background color is a nice distribution. It's just that the colors aren't as mixed as I would have liked. For right now, I'm okay with it. Mima told me she didn't even notice when I showed it to her. I may eventually go back and just duplicate stitch in some of the yellow with leftover yarn. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I'm pretty happy with it as is. So it's just real easy sweater to wear, and it's cozy for these last few weeks of winter, and I'm happy with it. So, okay. I don't think I have anything else to say about this. Nope. So, okay, my only other finished objects are, last time I told you guys I was working on some project bags that I want to sell. So I'll show you my prototypes. It's so funny. I was so pleased with them as I was making them, and then in the days and weeks after making them, I've just been like really second guessing myself, like, are they really that nice? You know, is anyone gonna want to pay money for these? But does that ever happen to you guys? I think I'm probably the worst critic of anything I make. That's probably pretty common among makers, I would say. Okay, here's the very first one I made. And it actually is too small, I've decided. It's kind of like makeup bag size. I mean, it'd be good for other things, but it's not really big enough for even like a pair of socks, so it's not big enough to be a project bag. But, so yeah, it'll probably get put to some other use. Be good for notions and things. So there's that. I love that macaroon fabric. I've got more of it, so I'll make more bags in this, but I made a dress out of this last year, and I actually wore it on Easter last year, and when I showed it to my dad, he thought they were coffee beans. When I showed it to my grandma, not Mima, but my other grandma, she thought they were hamburgers. Somebody thought they were Easter eggs, which I can see that, but it's like nobody knows that they're macaroons. They're macaroons, people. So, I thought hamburgers was the best, though, or cheeseburgers, or whatever she said. That was funny. So, okay. So, here's the new small. This was going to be medium, but this is my new small. It is sock-sized. I've been having fun using zippers from my stash. This one is a vintage metal one. I love metal zippers because you can't melt them with the iron, which is a really good feature. But, yeah, this one's a pretty baby blue. It goes well with this pretty rose fabric. So, that was the first of the zippered bags I made, the macaroon one. But, the first bag I actually made was a tote bag, which you will have seen if you follow me on Instagram. So, because I prefer to carry my projects in tote bags. I don't know why. Before I even knew project bags were a thing, I just always used tote bags. But, I mean, I can see the allure of a little zippered bag. I want to try my hand at drawstring bags, too. But for now, I've got the zipper ones. So, prototype number 2. It's got a little pocket. It's holding 2 balls of yarn right now. And then here's my new medium, which was going to be my large. I put a wristlet strap on that one. I recently got little metal D-rings to put on these tabby things for you all to put your stitch markers and things on. I never used stitch markers or place markers or whatever, so I didn't realize they were such a big thing either. But this one can hold a medium-sized project, I guess. I stuck some yarn in there so you can see. Actually, these you will see later in the episode, because these are both giveaways. One is for Instagram and one is for on here, because I recently reached 1,000 followers on Instagram. So having a separate giveaway on Instagram, which I'll tell you about later. You guys will get a sneak peek of it. But anyway, okay, this medium-sized bag, which has the optional wristlet, which actually I showed it to my sisters, and my sister Kelsey said, oh, that'd be really nice, like for diapers and things too. So multiple uses. The pocket in this one, I stitched down the middle, and it's quite a bit bigger pocket, so it's like two nice pockets in that. So this one's a vintage zip too, but it's not metal, it's nylon, so I gotta be careful with that one when I'm ironing it. So yeah, I don't know if I have much else to say. Hey, look, it like matches my nails. Rickrack. I love rickrack. I've tried to incorporate like my favorite things. Vintage, trims, rickrack, the colors. I love how this fabric matches my labels. Any of my bags I make that the labels go well with, I'll sew them on the outside, Kath Kidston style. But if I ever make ones in fabrics that the label doesn't go with as well, I'll probably tuck them on the inside. That's my plan anyway. So those are my bags. I do like them. I hope they're up to expectations. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but you know, just how I said I was doubting them somewhat. So that is those, and that is all I have for the finished objects. Now for works in progress, which I actually only have one. Sorry, that looks crooked. Hopefully I didn't just make it crooked. Okay, my work in progress I have to show you guys is my Beatrix Potter Cardi. I'm so excited about it. I love it so much. See, like I said, I like to use tote bags. I'm keeping this in this cute bunny tote. So, anyway. This is what I'm making. It's my second time making this pattern. It's a good vintage granny stripe Cardi by Fran Morgan. I really enjoyed making it the last time, and last time I made it in brights, like Kath Kidston inspired brights, and you can see it in the first and second episode. So this time I wanted to make a pastel-y version, and I showed you guys last time all the colors I was using. For details of that, refer back to episode 7 and to the show notes for episode 7. I tell you the names of each of the colors I'm using of Knit Picks palette. The only change I made is I switched out, I was going to use Lichen to represent Mr. McGregor's garden, and it is this kind of mossy green here. Hopefully you can see it. And once I got it worked up, I decided it was pulling too dark and kind of bringing down the whole overall look of the Cardi and just throwing off my pastel groove. So I replaced it with sagebrush. Isn't that a beautiful color? Oh, I love it so much. I'm so happy with it now. It just, every time I look at my progress on the sweater, I just love these colors. They make me so excited for spring. Oh, they're just so delicate and pretty. And I love this Hair Heather, which is the main color. Usually I don't get very excited about neutrals, but this is a neutral I particularly like. It's really just a soothing color. And it, you know, I just love it. I think it works so well with the other colors. And there's so many, these colors, I love how they all work together. I think they just blend so nicely. I'm really happy with it. Look at that. Look at that sagebrush with the custard. Isn't that just delicious? I love it so much. Okay, so what else can I tell you about this? I am almost done with the body. I have, here's the back, here's the right front, and here is the left front. It is almost finished. It just has this much to go. And then the sleeves, and then the border, and then the buttons. And if you've ever made this before, well, or I mean, you can just tell by looking at it, this is the sort of thing that would have a lot of ends. And I've just been trying to work them in as I go. And then just by holding them behind. It's easy when I'm working the main color because I hold them behind. It's a little harder when I add in a new color row because I have to hold it to the front, which is a little more fiddly, but it's working so far. So I'll probably take a needle and slide them back the other way to lock them in a little bit, but I think that will make the weaving in of the ends much easier. And I'm pretty sure this is how I took Fran Morgan had actually commented on a post about my first sweater, saying that she carried the yarn up as she went, and I think maybe that's what she meant. But anyway, this is working for me. So I'm sure there's more than one way to do that, but this is working well for me. So I love this. I'm really, really hoping that I'll be able to wear it on Easter. Easter's April 1st this year. And where I live, the weather can go either way. It could be freezing cold to where a wool sweater would be much appreciated, or it could be warm and like unseasonably warm, even to where you would never wear a wool sweater or you would die of heat exhaustion. But so hopefully I'll be able to wear it for Easter. I have a Beatrix Potter dress that I've made out of cute pastel Beatrix Potter fabric, and I think this would go quite nicely with it. So we'll see about that. Okay. Do I have anything else to tell you guys about my beautiful Beatrix Potter Cardi? Well, you remember the buttons, right? That my aunt, that inspired the whole thing. My aunt bought me some vintage Beatrix Potter buttons. So, that's what will be going on there. Oh. Okay, now, how about some looky what I got? This is the segment, if you don't already know, where I show you what I got. Some cool new treasures to love. First off, I will show you my yarn. I talked about it last episode. I told you I had ordered some lovely Debbie Bliss Baby Cashmerino from Heather of Pink Milk. She has an Etsy shop now. She has a beautiful blog, and she had a real life yarn shop, and sadly it had to close, but now she's listing her inventory in an Etsy shop. And ever since I first saw on her blog her Pink Milk palette, I wanted it, and I finally got my hands on it. Let's see, it's just these two rows, these 10 colors. Aren't they gorgeous? Now these two blues I just stuck in here. They're baby cashmerinos that I had in my stash. And then I also ordered 2 extra balls of duck egg from her. See, one of them is in there. But then I ordered 2 extra just because that's my favorite color of Debbie Bliss Baby Cashmerino. So thought might as well while I was at it. Oh, these are just so beautiful, aren't they? And isn't this little dollar basket I got from Dollar Tree the cuteness? So pretty. And I love how you can see the yarn through it. But, oh, I love it. I have ideas in my head for what I want to do with this. I want to make one thing out of like all of it. I want to make probably a sweater, probably a cardigan because I feel like that's the most useful, and probably knit because I feel like I would get the best use out of the yarn that way. I feel like crochet eats more yarn. Is that true, or is that just me? But yeah, so maybe I'll add my other blues I have in there, or maybe I'll just keep it the Pink Milk palette and then do like the duck egg for the bands, button bands. So probably stripes. But other than that, no concrete ideas of what I want to do. Right now I'm just enjoying looking at it and petting it and snuggling it. Oh, it's so squishy and wonderful. So, yes. And Heather has, I don't think she has any more pink milk palette in the shop, but she has so many beautiful yarns. I think I actually absolutely love every single thing in there. Her taste is just perfect. And that sweet girl, she stuck in this Beatrix Potter gift bag just because she's the sweetest person ever. Somehow she knows that I love Beatrix Potter, and she sent me this gift bag. When I first got the yarn in the mail, I had put it in this bag, and I carried it with me to each room in the house I went to. Yes, I am that weird. I admit it. But, oh my goodness, I was just so excited. I'm still excited about it. I love it. So right now, until I decide what I actually want to commit to making out of it, I am just enjoying looking at it. I'm sure you can all understand that. So, okay. Thanks, Heather. I don't know if you watch this, but thank you for the Beatrix Potter bag, little Peter Rabbit. I love it so much. I'll probably just keep it always for a decoration, not actually use it as a gift bag because it's too special. But, okay. Next, I want to start kind of a new segment on here. I have this idea, and I'll share it with you guys. This is going to be called, and probably in with the looky what I got, because it's things that I've purchased, but a maker spotlight, where I tell you guys about other makers that I'm inspired by, and I've, probably purchased something from them, supporting them, and I've got two to share with you guys today. First off is fairy tale collars. All the links to find these will be in the show notes, so be sure to check that out. But Emma of Fairy Tale Collars, she's on Instagram. She makes the cutest felt collars. And you just wear them over a dress or a tee, or, whoops. No telling what my hair looks like now. Sorry, guys. This is my most recent one I got. It's the Tea and Biscuits collar. I pounced on this one when I saw it on Instagram. She's just the sweetest thing. Okay, so you just tie it on thus, and you can wear it with whatever. I have a skirt with teacups on it that I wear this with, and like a plain green tee. And you can see me wearing it on Instagram. You can't see the skirt very well, but get a more general idea of what I wear it with. But they are just the sweetest thing, and she hand makes each and every one of these. Emma does. And look at the sparkly in the Jammy Dodgers biscuit. I've never tried these. I've heard they're delicious, and one of my Insta friends over in England asked me if I'd ever had them, and I was like, no, I haven't. And so she said she'd like to send me some, so maybe I'll be getting some Jammy Dodgers. I'm sure they're as delicious as they are adorable. So that is that one. I just recently got this one. And then this is the first one I ever got. I actually ordered this one. She does custom orders. This one, of course. Strawberries. Aren't they cute? And the gingham ribbon. I ordered this to go with my strawberry dress that I made last summer. It's a pink background with cute little strawberry motif all over. So that's why I had her do the pink rickrack. Love the pastel blue. There's some blue in the print too, so it goes really well. If you look on my Instagram, you can see pictures of me wearing this with the dress. Oh, I'll put pictures on the show notes so you can see too. yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah. So that's Emma of Fairy Tale Collars. Makes beautiful collars. I highly recommend you go give her a follow and maybe purchase a collar or two, because they're just darling, aren't they? And she also makes like neat floral necklaces. She's just been listing a few of those all out of felt. They're all really pretty. I love them. I don't have one of those, but they're darling. I love them. Okay, so then my one other maker spotlight today is Smile and Make, Lucy of Smile and Make. She is a seamstress too. She sews the most beautiful dresses and the cutest novelty fabrics, and she makes them to sell. She has a online shop, and she and her mother actually have a studio together, and they do some classes and things. Her mom does some paper crafting, and Lucy does the needlework stuff. So what I have from her are lapel pins, enamel pins that are all the rage right now. This one that I'm wearing is the cute little pastel smile camera. And then I also have, excuse me please, the picnic basket, which is on my spring jacket. And I've been wearing it. Just ready for spring. So, a couple days it's been too cold to wear it, but the days it's warm enough to wear it, I've been wearing it. And there's a little strawberry on there, and every good thing in that basket, even tulips. So yes, and with Lucy, a portion of all of her proceeds go to the Michael Berry Fund of the brain tumor charity, for her husband, in memory of her husband Michael, who passed away from a brain tumor, I think a couple years ago now. But so she set up that fund, the Michael Berry Fund, in memory of him. And right now she's got the Rainbows for Research campaign going, where she's got lots of pretty rainbowy things for sale, and I think all the proceeds of those things go directly to the Michael Berry Fund for research for brain tumor treatment. So I highly recommend following her and supporting that too. I need to get something from that Rainbows for Research before it's all gone. I think it's selling like hotcakes. So, and it's all just the cutest things. So I love her style, and it's just such a beautiful and wonderful tribute to her husband in memory of him, because they were just, I mean, looking at pictures of them, they were just the sweetest, most amazing couple. So she's one to follow for sure. Okay, so that is all I have to share in the looky what I got and maker spotlight. Let me see. Next, let's just go ahead and talk about the giveaway. Okay, as I said, it will be my medium-sized project bag that I made, prototype. So, sorry you guys get stuck with a prototype, but I still think it's pretty sweet. And inside, for one lucky winner, 2 balls of Felici Punch Bug sock yarn. It's fun 60s colors, so soft. It's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and so enough to make a nice pair of socks. And then also 2 balls, or skeins I guess, of the yarn I used to make my sprinkle sweater. So 2 for you guys. Not quite enough to make the sweater I made, but I'm sure you clever people can think of something crafty and wonderful to make out of it. It's so, oh, the colors are just, I love it. So I thought I'd share some of this because I love this yarn. I'm sure I could think of something to do with it too, but I just thought I'd share it with you guys. So there's that, and I'm so disorganized, but I will stick in some yummy candies and some tasty teas, and actually I was thinking I might send you guys some sprinkles too. I'm like obsessed with sprinkles, so I thought I'll get some sprinkles to put in with the sprinkles yarn, and that'll just be a fun giveaway, won't it? So for my first giveaway, I will open a thread on the Strawberry Patch Ravelry group. I do ask that you be a member of that group, and okay, I guess I'll have to have like a question for you guys to answer. Sorry, I'm so new at this. I'm not very... Okay, let's see a question. Since spring is coming, and I'm so excited about it, why don't we say what your favorite thing about spring is? Pretty basic. It can be anything. Favorite flower, favorite, springtime activity, just whatever you love most about spring. Something like that. Anything. So, and I will draw at random a winner. Let me think. When should I draw that? What is today? The 21st? Well, but I might not actually post this video on the 21st. I'll have on there when the deadline is and when the drawing is. Whenever I post this, it'll probably be something like a week or two from when this is posted. So, I'll work on the details later. But anyway, here's this giveaway for you guys. I hope you'll like it. I hope somebody wants it. If not, I guess I'll keep it. That'd be okay too. But, yeah, and then here's a sneak peek for you guys of the, Instagram 1000 followers giveaway is the small sock size bag. And inside of it are, oh dear, we're coming apart. 2 balls of Felici in Sonora Sunset. Which, yeah, it's pretty too. So, yeah. Don't know if I have anything else to say. Just that'll be up on Instagram shortly. I need to get some pics. It's kind of overcast today though, so not that great for pics. So I might wait a little bit before I do that. But, well, guys, I just want to thank you all for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, if you do so, that'd be great. I love having you guys along on my crafting adventures with me. And if you have any questions, let me know. I love answering questions. I did open a questions thread on the group too, so I've had a couple questions there. That was fun. If I ever have any that are like too long to answer on there, maybe I'll discuss it on here too, so there's always that option. I think that is all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for watching. It means so much. Happy making!